वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भगवद्वेषिणीम्। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुवन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः। ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुः सुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः। देवाय तस्मै नमः। Verse number 14 and 15. Matra sparshastu kaunteya. Matra sparshastu kaunteya. Again I'm hearing kaunteya. Especially with Hindi speaking people, you have to be very careful. Kaunteya. Okay? Matra sparshastu kaunteya. Matra sparshastu kaunteya. Shitoshna sukha dukkhadah. Shitoshna sukha dukkhadah. Agama payino nityaha. Agama Samstitikshasva Bharata. Samstitikshasva Bharata. Yam hi na vyathayantyete. Yam hi na vyathayantyete. Purusham purusharshava. Purusham purusharshava. Samadukha sukham dhiram. Samasukha sukham dhiram. Somritatvaya kalpate. Somritatvaya kalpate. After giving us a very helpful analogy of the three states, childhood, youth and old age. That one goes through in life without any loss of the sense of I. The I sense is constant. Regardless of the changes that the body is undergoing, the I sense is constant, always there. This is me, this is me, this is me, this is me. So obviously the I sense is not the body, because the body has already undergone many changes. But the I sense that owns up this body, the indweller that is, as it were, conditioned by this body, which is undergoing many changes, there is a constant in here. And this is pointed out to Arjuna by Lord Krishna, who says, why can't you then extend this? Extend this metaphor to the life after life also. Yatha the Kaumaram Yauvanam Jara is there. For this I, the I undergoes its stay, so to speak, it stays in many different versions of this body. The I is there. The same I is there. This Dehin doesn't undergo any change, but the Dehin says, oh, 10 years back I looked so different. Now that problem of albums is not there. Before the digital age, everybody used to print out the photos and then put them in albums. What for, I don't know, because it would be supposedly for memory. And then you look at the album. Nothing was more depressing than looking at yourself 15 years back. So it would just be like, okay, this is how I look at me now. No hair, no teeth, and look at how it is. And so, but the I that Dehin is the same. That's why the Dehin, the one who is in the body, the Deha, is able to observe the changes. If you are also part of the changes, then you are not able to observe the changes. You are never anything that you observe. And so just like that, why can't you see like that which is called the conscious being, the Dehin, Atma, is what? Takes on other bodies. Why? Due to its as though association, being associated with Ajnanam. That is the Atma is never Ajnana, but it's as though association. Because of that, the Jiva, Atma, same thing. In a person that is has self-knowledge, we say Atma, otherwise we say Jiva. That Jiva, conditioned by ignorance, takes on other bodies. One more chance is needed. One more ashram has to be visited. One more teacher has to be, supplicated. And so that is why another body is taken on. Or forget teacher, ashram, guru, etc. More experiences need to be had. I wonder how it is to walk on the ceiling, and then feelings like that will be there. No problem. Next life, go, wizard. Yeah. So all these ideas, these desires, that's why all these weird things are there in the world. So somebody has a desire for that. Either an attraction or an aversion. So like this, even between the two lives, there is a continuity. And that continuity is pointed out for the express reason that all these Dhritarashtra's children who are standing there, and also the elders like Drona, Bhishma, etc., they also will have another chance. They also are not going to end. You knew them when their hair was not grey, and now you know them when their hair is white. Already they have undergone change, and now they will undergo more change, one more change, in the sense that this body will drop in this battlefield for sure, but they are not going to drop. What we call Atma never undergoes any change, does not come to an end ever. This is the purport of the last verse. And then here, the next one, he talks about in this life itself. He talks about what is it that changes, And in the process of the change, like the body is subject to change, mind is subject to change, senses subject to change. And in these changes, there will be both unpleasant situations and pleasant situations also. Unpleasant situations we know, they involve monkeys more than half of the time. Okay? Unpleasant situation. And then what else? Pleasant situations. So many things. Extra prasad, one day, wonderful, yay, fantastic. And so that could be a pleasant situation. These things keep coming and going. The problem with the Atma Anatma mix-up is that if one goes along with them, that comes and goes, one feels like being caught in different changing situations and one feels I am affected. I is never affected. What is affected can be the physical body because it belongs to the same order of the reality as the Jagat. As we have pointed out, the Jagat is part of the physical body is part of the Jagat. So, same thing. It will affect the physical body, but then when we say, I am hurt, I am upset, something more is happening. Let us see what that is through this next verse. Matraha. Here, matra means sense organs. Matraha. And then sparshaha. Sparshaha, sense objects. Sprishyante iti sparshaha, those that are touched, contacted. So sense organs and sense objects. Kaunteya, mummy's boy. Kunti putra. So what do they, what do they do? What do the matras do? The sense organs do? What is their job? Their job is to touch the objects of the senses. That's all they do. Their job is to touch the sense objects. And what is there in the sense objects? Shita, Ushna. Shita means cold, 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 cold. Ushna, hot, 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 hot. So, Shita, Ushna, and then Sukha, happiness giving, yippee, yay. Sadness giving, oh no, terrible. Da means those that give. Shita, Shitam, and Ushnam. Shita, Ushna, and then Sukha, Sukham and Dukkham. So, Shitoshna, Sukha, Dukkhadaha. Those that give, these sparshaha, sense objects, have the effect of making one physically uncomfortable or emotionally uncomfortable. There is always a switch between comfort and discomfort. This is the way of life. What can you control? How many people and how many things can you control? Not at all. Nothing you can control. And so therefore, in other words, don't even try. So it's a waste of time. Summer season means it will be hot, 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 hot. In fact, everybody gets upset even before the summer comes. Oh no, it's going to be so hot. Global warming has come, so it's going to be even hotter. And it's going to be very hot, 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 hot. Can you do something about it? Yes, I can sit under AC. Okay, keep quiet and sit under AC. Even the AC is not enough. Hot, 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 hot. And then what? Summer comes, again the person is keeping on complaining. Hot, 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 hot. And then what? Rain, rain, rain. Haven't seen the sun. Rain, rain, rain. How much is it going to rain? And then after that, cold, 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 cold. This is how it is. And in Rishikesh, you get a little bit of everything. One day hot, one day cold, one day rain. A little mix up of everything is there. Hot, cold, rain, monkey. This is Rishikesh. So that is how it is. Alright. What are you going to do about it? You can't, just can't, I can pray to Indra and Varuna for the climate. Go ahead, pray, no problem. But nobody is answering the prayer. They are answering. They are saying no. Okay? Yeah. You don't want to take no for an answer. They are answering. Who said they are not answering? They are definitely answering. They are saying no, this is how it is going to be. If you can change something, please change. So matra, sparshastu kaunteya. So this combination of the sense organs and the sense objects, what do they give? They give the prasada of extremes and opposites, hot, cold, sukha, dukha, and every other thing in between. Comfortable, uncomfortable, pleasure and pain, so many things. What is your job, Arjuna, as a mumukshu? What is your job? Your job is to not go along with them. Why? Because you are Nitya. Your nature is Nitya, Satya. Nitya means that which is there forever. Satu. Kalatrayepi tishtati, that which is the same unchanging Sat in all three periods of time. We saw that. And that Sat is you. Nothing to do about this. This is how it is. So the unchanging I is observing the changes without participating in the changes. So how to not participate in the changes? There are two hints given in the second line. Agama payinaha. Agama payin means the one that comes and goes. Ayaram, Gayaram, we say in Hindi. The one that comes and goes. Agama payinaha. One hint is given. It comes and it goes. When it goes, you don't know. Same thing with sorrow also. Oh, I'm so sad, so sad, so sad. Chocolate cake, fantastic, I'm no longer sad. Suddenly one big smile comes, or some other dear friend comes to visit, surprise. Wonderful. Sadness gone. I'm sad because somebody treated me badly and I'm very sad, it will never change. And suddenly that person comes to you and says, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, okay. Everything is forgotten, forgiven, wonderful. Everything is as nice as before, even better. So this is how it goes. Agamapai. Hot means how long it will be hot. Remember the month of June? Say yes, you're staring.
Yes.
So because it's the last day, don't forget. Okay? So how hot it was when you first arrived? Yeah, it was unbearable. Now it is very pleasant, comparatively. That was then, this is now, gone. Agama Paginaha, one hint to how to see all the things that are called sense objects in this world. Then, how to see not just sense objects, anything that you are able to visualize, anything that you are able to objectify, how to look at them is given here. So, we need to know two things about all the things in the universe. One, agamapayin, of the nature of coming and going. And if you keep welcoming things that come and then soon they are gone, and then again they come, then again they go, you'll get tired. It'll be like a yo-yo, keeping on following this, that, and the other, and just going, coming, everything. You lose your peace of mind. Agama Vaginaha. And then clue number 2, Anityaha. Anitya means what? They are there forever, correct? No. Never there forever. Temporary. Temporary. And a very good mantra is, whenever one is in a challenging situation, is this too shall pass. Very nice mantra. Keep telling this to yourself. And tell yourself, this is not the first time I'm looking at a challenge. I have faced many more difficult things or equally difficult things before. Therefore, tasmat, what? This too shall pass, no matter how difficult it is. This too shall pass. And there is a story told about a Japanese monk who lived on a hilltop, a very nice area. He had a small little dwelling there, 2 rooms, and then he used to come down to the city to teach. And then he had a young girl who was helping clean his kutia. Then what happens? After, this is a true story told in the Zen Buddhist tradition. Then, after a few months, she is discovered to be pregnant, and they drag this poor monk and thrash him. They say, you have spoiled her life. And he keeps saying, this too will go, this too will go. And they said, okay, now he is not only a creep, but he is also mad. And then they nicely thrash him and leave him on the side of the street. Difficult to get bhiksha, because when he used to go for alms before, people used to welcome him at the door and give the best of all their produce and their food and everything. Now the doors won't even open. Few months later, the child is born, and the family of this girl, they go to him and they say, you take care of this child. Why should she be stuck with it? She is young, she has her whole life, she can get married, she doesn't need to be encumbered by this child. You take care of this child. They just throw the child in his lap and go away, and then he just doesn't say anything. He takes the baby, and now he has to beg for 2. He has to beg for milk for the baby as well. It is very difficult. In snow, rain, shine, he just goes to the other next nearby villages and begs for the food. Then a couple more months pass, and then finally the girl, who was very scared, finally tells that the monk is not the father of the baby. In fact, she is in love with somebody else, whose family this family does not approve, because they have some long-standing fight over something or the other. And then they all go. Before, they went with sticks and stones and bruised him and left him to die. Now they go with lots of mithais, sweets, flowers, bouquets, garlands. And then all that the Swami says, is that so? He says, oh, you are not the father of the baby. Oh, is that so? Yes, please give the baby back. Oh, is that so? Here. And these are the 2 people who are the parents of this baby. They are getting married. You have decided that they should get married, and please bless them. Okay, is that so? And that is the very extreme example of what in the Tattva Bodha is called titiksha. What is titiksha? Sahishnuta, sahana shakti, the ability to bear with that which cannot be changed. This we have to remember. Otherwise the question will come, Why should I become a doormat? And why should I keep on enduring everything? Nobody asks you to endure everything. We are talking of enduring things that cannot be altered. That is what is to be endured. If you can alter it, please alter it. If it cannot be altered, what else to do other than to endure it gracefully? We have to add that also. Gracefully. Agama and Anityaha. These are two reasons for the endurance. One is because they come and go, and then second is therefore they are impermanent. Anityaha means they are not permanent. And if you read it, you think it is saying Nityaha, but don't miss that little S over there. That S sign is called Avagraha, and that shows the elision, how do you say, the dropping of the because of the Visarga there, Visarga like, Shivoham, same Visarga. Shivoham, Agama Payino Nityaha, Anityaha. Agama Payinaha plus Anityaha. And so what choice do we have? Tan titikshasva. Please endure them. O scion of the Bharata clan, O descendant of the Bharata clan, Bharata, please endure. There is nothing more to do. In other words, the drama you had going in the first chapter, this big drama that you had going, oh no, the whole clan will be gone, and the children will grow up fatherless, and this and that, you just were so into this. You were completely and totally inconsolable. Why? Because the Atma, I, got mixed up with Anatma. Atma got mixed up with Anatma. Why? Because of self-ignorance. The adhyasa took place, the erroneous understanding of the I as good as what I endure. This is the first problem that Arjuna was facing because of Atma Anatma Viveka. So Atma Anatma mix up, and the mix up, in this mix up, Anatma is given the status of Atma, and so therefore any difficulty that one is facing looks to be permanent and indelible, cannot be reversed. That's what it feels like in the moment. But that feeling is because of avidya and because of this mix-up, because of lack of sakshita. Sakshita, the ability to witness. If you don't witness, you become witless. That's what happens. And so that witnessing is very important. Somehow to get back to the place of Sakshi. Sakshi is very close to Atma in terms of how it is unaffected. So I bring myself back to just be in the place of the observer. It is hot? Yes. It is cold? Yes. I am cold, mix up. This is difficult, this is challenging. This is bringing up some sadness in the mind. That is an objective statement. Therefore, I am sad. Subjective statement, erroneous statement. You see how the mix-up? The anatma bleeds into the atma, so to speak, and if the atma is not known, one takes the atma to be anatma and grieves along with all these situations. All these situations are confined to anatma. Does atma need a sweater? No. Does atma need fresh air? No. Does atma need to be happy all the time? No. Is the atma ever sad? No. This has to be made very, very clear for each person. Each person has to make this clear, and so there is the way of confining what happens to just the physical level of reality. Just like Pujya Swamiji used to always tell the story of a child that was brought into the hospital. My whole body is paining, my whole body is paining, my whole body is paining. Wouldn't even let the doctors touch him. He was 10, 12 years old. I can't handle it, everything is paining, paining. Then with great difficulty they calmed him down. After they calmed him down, they said, okay, let us find the cause and forget the cause, let's find where it is paining. So then they touched his head very slowly, softly. Is it paining here? No. Oh, great. Okay, the head is okay. Head is not paining. What about shoulders? No. What about left hand? Left arm, left hand? No, that's okay. But no, the rest of it is paining. Again, he started to yell and scream and cry. Okay, we are finding out. What about right hand? No. What about stomach? Is it paining? Yes, terrible pain. Okay, let's touch where it is paining. Is it paining here? No, actually it's not. What about over here? No. What about over there? No. Okay, that's covered. The whole stomach is not paining. Is the back paining? Yes, the back is hurting terribly. Okay, let's just each vertebrae is touched. No. Hips are paining. No. Leg is paining? Yes, legs are paining. Which leg? Both the legs. Everything is paining. And then what? Right leg was touched. Okay, not paining. Thigh, not paining. Knee, not paining. Calf muscle, not paining. Ankle, not paining. Foot, not paining. Abba. Okay, only left leg. Yes, the whole left leg is paining. Then again they went all the way to the foot. And then the little finger of the foot, it was a small finger, had a little thorn that had got infected, so there was a little bit of pus and a little infection in the smallest toe of the foot. But that pain was not localized, it was what? Generalized. And this is a very natural tendency. So the first order of things for a mumukshu, jignasu, is to localize the pain. Where is it hurting? That's what has to be done. You can't say all over. Alright? You have to localize it. All over means what? Localize it as much as possible. Put it in perspective. Localize it. And when it is localized, then it is in your awareness confined to that particular area. Then you can do something about it. You can take some paracetamol, you can go to the doctor, you can see if it needs any more attention. Whatever needs to be done, do it objectively. But it does not, that pain does not bleed into the whole body. An area of pain is localized. That's the first thing. The second thing is also that the physical pain I don't have a say over. Sometimes there is physical pain. You can't control it. One day stomach aches, another day headache. Third day some other ache. Some ache or the other is there. Why? Because you have too much cake. After that, C silent, ache. And cake turns into ache. And then what? Lying in bed, writhing all over. Oh no, pain. First order, localize it. Localize it if it's a physical discomfort, unpleasantness, pain, hurt, whatever it is, localize it. Step number 2, just like we do not allow the pain to pervade all over where it is not, and where it does not belong. Similarly, we don't allow the pain to cross the barrier of the mind and enter the mind. We don't convert, in other words, the physical pain into emotional pain, which one is very quick to do. I feel terrible. Why? And why this is happening only to me? Why me? When you say why me, what has happened? It has gone from the physical to the emotional slash mental situations. It has bled into places it doesn't belong at all. It doesn't belong there. Right now there is pain. Why means what? Even Bhagavan will not be able to come down and tell. They say, okay, I have to look up your karmic chart. Maybe something is there in that karmic chart. But who cares? Pain has come. Attend to it. Attend to it. Oh, I've already attended to it. I have taken pills. Okay, say take some time off. That's the problem. I took some time off and these thoughts started to come. What are the thoughts? Why me? Why me means what? It had to happen to somebody, correct? Moksha is when the person says, why not me? Ah, why not me? It had to happen to somebody. I happened to be around. It was there. It happened. So the feeling of being singled out, emotional distress, nothing to do with the situation at hand, nothing to do with the Atma, has to do with unresolved childhood issues which have come into this narrative, which have inserted themselves into the narrative because of Atma Anatma Viveka. Lack of Viveka between Atma and Anatma. Atma Anatma Aviveka. No Viveka. So therefore, that which is a perfectly physical issue which can be taken care of, you can rest, you can take some pills, you can get a surgery, whatever is needed can be done objectively, but the subjective component is on oneself. It's because of the ahankara not knowing the nature of the Atma identifies with the pain as my pain and then I pain. I am in pain. And so the physical pain, which could be just confined to one area of the body, has now seeped into the mind and the emotions and is affecting the emotions. This is what is happening to you, Arjuna. Learn to have titiksha. This is why titiksha is so important. A qualification for Atma Jnana. Titiksha, the ability to just be with the difficulties. For the sake of this knowledge, one endures the difficulties because when you face adversity and difficulties, there is growth. There is a sense of freedom. Otherwise, one is dependent on certain things. Without this, I cannot live. That's a story that one tells oneself. It is cute in a 5-year-old child. And the 5-year-old child says, I cannot live without my teddy bear. I have to have this teddy bear to go to sleep. It's cute. But when a 50-year-old says, I can't live without this, uncute. Okay? Not cute. Because there is a dependency. The 5-year-old child, the brain is not developed. It still needs its mother, its father. It needs security. And it gains some security from blanket, it may gain some security from teddy bear and doll and truck and car and toys, whatever it is. Needs to go, something to go to sleep with. Perfectly okay. for that it is age appropriate. But when one is 50, and then what? No, I can't be away from my bank account. I can't be away from my favorite this, from my favorite that, whatever the thing is. And that is how it is. See, in our ashram we are very lucky. Tea, coffee given so many times a day. We go to certain other ashrams, like Shivananda ashram, not very far from here. Even the sea of coffee will not be there. Nothing will be there. You just drink hot water. So in America, sometimes I teach at the Shivananda ashram, they call me to teach. And so all the Svatmavidya students who come, they first go on Google to find out where the coffee shops are near the ashram so that they can attend the talks. And then by word of mouth, along with the invitation to the talks, the Google map for the coffee shop is also sent out to all the people. I am not sending them out. People are themselves doing it. First I thought it's a direction to the ashram. I said, oh how nice, how useful. They are sending the direction to Google map along with how to come there. Because that is a little bit away. No, it was how to pick up the coffee and then go there. So like this, we have these ways of becoming more and more dependent. Not that coffee is wrong, tea is wrong, nothing is wrong. We are talking of certain dependencies. I can't remain without this. I can't not do this. I have to have this. The personality becomes very angular and rigid. The whole of the second chapter is going to help us drop that angularity. And drop the personality to discover the Purusha, the person within. Person, okay. Ishvara given. In fact, person is Ishvara. That's why the word Purusha has two derivations. First derivation, the one who is sleeping the sleep of ignorance in the citadel of the body-mind-sense complex. Purishete. And the second one is Sarvan Purayati, that which fills up everything like even a river as it flows. That is Ishvara. Vedanta is growing from the first definition of the Purusha to accepting, living the second definition of the Purusha. It's a journey, and this is what Arjuna has embarked on. And so the Lord is telling Arjuna to be less theatrical, to be less of a drama king. Have you heard the expression drama king, drama queen? Yeah. Less drama by looking at things objectively. And how to do that? First, recognize that nothing is forever. Second, and so localize it. Second one, localize it physically, and then don't let it seep into the mind, into the emotions. Tan stitikshasva he bharata. Then the next one, yam, for whom he indeed, na vyathayanti ete. Do not disturb, do not affect, do not afflict. Ete, these. These means which ones? Shita, Ushna, Sukha, Dukha. That was mentioned in the earlier verse. The extremes in the form of heat and cold, physical sensations, Sukha, Dukha, mental, emotional impressions. The one for whom these do not affect. Yam Purusham, for which person these do not affect. He Purusharshabha, O the most exalted among men. Purusha plus Rishabha. Rishabha means bull. Bull among men in terms of strength, etc. Arjuna, being very strong, has got this title from Lord Krishna. Here also there is a little bit of a teaching there. You may be strong, you may be known as a bull among men, but your actions are not like that. Your actions are not in keeping with your title. Would you like to update yourself to qualify for this title? That is the idea. Oh, bull among men. You may be a bull among men, but look at what is happening to you. You are falling apart in this battlefield. Pull yourself together. Don't let it affect your emotions. Don't let it affect your mind. Pull yourself together and regain your ability to look at the situation objectively. Yam Purusham ete hi na vyathayanti. For which person these extremes, physical, mental, etc., do not disturb. Who is that person? Dhiram. See, all of these are in apposition. Purusham, Samadukha Sukham, and Dhiram. All these are qualifying the word Purusham, person. For which person? Yam also. For which person these extremes, Sukha, Dukkha, and then what else? Hot, cold, all these things do not affect. And who is that? Dhira. Yesterday we saw the definition of Dhira. Dhihi prati dadati iti dhiraha. The one whose buddhi is in the right, going in the right direction. Whose intellect is not compromised by the emotions. The one who is able to do this viveka between Nitya, Anitya, Atma, Anatma. And the one who has practiced confining the emotions and confining the emotional responses and the physical responses to just that particular situation and not let it just seep into the entire life and make a mess. That person is called Dhira. A wise person, Dhiman, is called Dhira. And so, Samad Sukha, Samadukha Sukha. Sama means for one, for whom Dukkha and Sukha are of equal, has equanimity with reference to Sukha and Dukkha. The one for whom Sukha and Dukkha do not perturb, because he or she looks upon them equally as same. And more about that will come a little later in the definition of Karma Yoga when we go in the 30s. It will come. Samadukha Sukha. And then means the person who is the same in difficulty, distress, and in happy situations. That does not mean you have to be stoic and have the same face, long face. Like this. Hey, you won the lottery. Aren't you happy? Yes. I'm a Vedantin, so that's how I look. Yeah. Your wife died. See, I'm a Vedantin, no change. So this is not what is talked about. Samadukha Sukha doesn't mean that you can't show, you can't express happiness or sorrow. But there is a moderation. There is not an overt expression. That's what we mean, like remove the drama, lessen the drama quotient. And then what happens is that you may rejoice. Then you come back to yourself. You may say, what is going on? Why is it so difficult? What's happening? Then you come back to yourself. The agony and the ecstasy are both well managed. That person is called Samadukha Sukha Veeraha. So now the question may arise, why I have to practice this equanimity? It is so difficult after all. All the time go back to Sakshi, go back to Sakshi. Sometimes the Sakshi is lost, cannot be found. MIA, missing in action. Sakshi, absent without leave. Missing in action, I can't find the Sakshi. I have looked far and wide and deep. I have dived deep within myself. No Sakshi today. Knocked at the door of the Sakshi and the Sakshi said, not working, holiday. Sakshi is on leave. Very difficult, and this is so, this is so difficult. Very difficult to come back. Why should I do this? Give me one good reason that I have to do this. Why should I have titiksha? Why is titiksha part of this whole, what is that? Samadhi, Shatka Sampatti, these sixfold virtues, etc. Why is titiksha? Why should I have to do this? Because you will grow. Why should I grow? Saha, such a person, Yam Purusham, Saha, that person who is unaffected by this, who is able to witness the pain, physical or emotional, the one for whom these kinds of situations don't rattle the person is able to witness it, everything that comes and goes, by being established in Sakshita, in the witnessing itself, that person is fit for this knowledge of the self. It becomes a very prime qualification. That is why to cultivate this. No other reasons. All for self-knowledge. Because the self-knowledge is all about steadiness. That's what it is. That I am limitless. If one is in the middle of a drama, how will one understand the meaning of the word drama, surrounded as one is by drama? So you have to lose the drama to see Rama, to understand that. Ramante yasmin yoginaha. Rama means that in which the yogis revel. It is very difficult to revel in something that is not happy. That does not make you happy. You can't revel in it. So that means the yogis are happy reveling in this. From the root verb ram, not R-U-M, okay? Yeah. So from the root verb ram, to delight in. So that in which the yogis delight, the truth of their own self, that is Rama. Rama comes when drama goes. Okay? Yeah. Drama and drama cannot coexist side by side. Because Rama is already there, but it is lost in the drama. Atma Rama. Atma as Rama. Atma as Rama. That which gives relief, that which gives happiness, that which is free of all afflictions. How to know when I am tacking on and identifying with each and every affliction? Not only my own, but other people also. When somebody else is sad, I feel like lying down. When somebody else is having pain, I feel upset. To be an empath is good, but it's a very mixed blessing sometimes. Some people are very sensitive, they pick up on other people's energies and they do get affected. And so we have to guard. We have to guard it because this body-mind cells complex is made for this knowledge. So I insulate it from all extremes and keep it ready for this knowledge. And when the extremes, the pendulum which is swinging like this in the beginning, slows down and comes to a certain stasis, then the knowledge of the self makes sense and goes in very easily. More Rama, less drama. That should be the prayer. Nasato vidyate bhavaha.
Nasato vidyate bhavaha.
Na bhavo vidyate sataha.
Bhavo vidyate sataha.
Ubhayopi. What is that? Ubhayorapi drishtontaha.
Ubhayorapi drishtontaha.
Tvanayostattvadarshibhihi.
Tvanayostattvadarshibhihi.
Further, this is a very important yet a cryptic verse. Verse number 16, one of the very cryptic verses, difficult to understand, lot of word play, but extremely important. We'll study the last line first. Ubhayoho api drishtaha antaha. Antaha here means the truth. The truth of the two, asat and sat here. The one who knows the truth of sat and asat, that person is called Tattvadarshi. That's Tattvadarshi. Tattvadarshinaha. Tattva, truth. Darshi, the one who sees easily. Sees means knows. So this second line is not, it doesn't have the, doesn't have the message in the second line. It just says the one who is able to discern between Sat and Asat is the one who is able to be known as Tattvadarshi. Anayoho, ubhayoho, api drishtontaha, tu Tattvadarshibhi. Only Tattvadarshis, people of self-knowledge, understand the difference between Sat and Asat. Okay, I'll also try. What is Sat? What is Asat? Asat is that which does not have existence. Okay. What is Sat? Sat is that never has non-existence. What? Asat is that which never has existence. Sat is that which never is non-existent. Cryptic it is indeed, which is why we will quickly say the closing prayer and look at it tomorrow.
पूर्णमदः पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम